everybody, happy Tuesday, and thank you for taking the time out again to log into my Tuesday night lives. Tonight is live number 8. I just had to check, I've written it down. So 8 weeks now, for 8 weeks, every Tuesday at 8:30 I have been going live on my normal Facebook, something I committed to doing 9 weeks ago. This crazy hair definitely needs washing. And I said I was going to just go live every Tuesday. I was just going to share something different, get into a bit of a conversation. And over the last couple of weeks, I have interviewed some of my friends that run businesses and shared some of the business ideas and, you know, some of the information that they've got. I have spoke about running. A few people asked me to speak about running. I've spoke about motivation and lack of in lockdown, because each week I say if anybody wants me to talk about anything in particular, give me a shout, I'll jump on. And bearing in mind these lives are just me, little old me, and my crazy hair and my opinion, just having a little chat really. Last week I spoke about having a C-section because it's C-section awareness month, and had so many people message on the back of that. So I know these lives, you know, do help certain people. What I'm going to talk about tonight is my business, because a few people last week, one lady messaged me and asked if I was a midwife, and I think that was on the back of me talking about a C-section. I was like, no, I'm definitely not a midwife. Hats off to midwives. I could not do that role, but crikey, they do the most amazing role. And it really made me think, you know what, I've actually shared lots of different businesses, stuff about me, what I do as a person, but a couple of people recently said, I don't even know what you do. So I thought, why not jump on live tonight and just share a little bit about what I do, you know. And for me, some people will just like log off because you're like, oh right, well I know what you do, so that's fine. But you might want to just stay on, because I've got a few little valuable tips for people, especially if you're using social media a lot, whether you've got your own business or thinking about starting up your own business. Not necessarily like with what I do, but in general, because what I do is in the network marketing industry, and I run a business with my company is a global health and wellness company. And the first thing that people normally say to me, hey everybody logging in, and if you've got any questions at any point on these lives, comment away and I will catch up with the questions, or I'll answer them after. But what lots of people say to me straight away is, I couldn't do what you do. And as soon as people say that to me, I'm like, what do you think I do? Because it does confuse me straight away, because lots of people will say to me, I don't even know what you do, but then people say, I couldn't do what you do. And normally what comes back is, I couldn't do lives on Facebook like you. I'm like, oh, I haven't got to do lives on Facebook, you know? Or they'll say, I do see you speaking at events, I couldn't do that. You know, and I think it is that misconception, or the people just don't understand what it is I do. So that's why I thought I would, you know, share a little bit more information. So let's rewind back to 2014 when I started my business. Was I going live on Facebook then? Absolutely not. I had a private profile. I was quite unsociable on social media. I was one of the last people to join the party of social media. Has anybody got the time hop or look on memories on the social media? When I look back to 10, 11, well, maybe a little bit longer than that actually, like 11 years ago, I'm really negative and very direct and to the point on my social media. Like, I cringe when I see the post. I'm like, did I actually write that? Like, that's horrendous. Why would I even write something like that? So I had never heard of the industry that I am now in. I had never even considered doing anything external to my personal training and my teaching classes, and obviously, you know, I was managing a gym. And people say, well, I was confident because I taught classes. I was confident at what I did. So I was confident to get on a spin bike and teach a spin class. I was confident to stand in the studio and teach body pump or body step or whatever it may be. But you were confident in where you develop, where you work on yourself, what you know. You know, so I wasn't confident at speaking, as in public speaking. I wasn't confident in going live. I wasn't confident in myself as a person. I certainly needed a lot of self-development. It was something I didn't do back then. But when I got started with the business, I was just told, you know, it is for anybody and everybody. There's no set background, there's no set qualifications, there's no set criteria. You just do you. And that was a little bit alien to me at the beginning, because I thought, well, surely there needs to be some type of job description, because any job that you do, there's normally like a requirement. But there was none of that. It was just, it is the most flexible business. You just do you. So I got started, and it is as simple as within the network marketing industry, and I've got lots of you on here, lots of friends that all do different businesses, all have different network marketing companies. We all do the same thing, just with a different product base. You use the products. So everybody on here will use products of some kind. You will brush your teeth. You will wash your hair, unless you're me, and I'm trying to drag it out for at least one more day. But I do wash my hair. You know, you'll have a wash. You'll use shower gel. You'll use soap. Some of you will use supplements because you're missing them certain vitamins and minerals in your diet. Some of you will use weight management products. Some of you will use skincare. Some of you will use products for your animals. Some of you will wear makeup. Some of you will wear perfume. You know, so I pretty much think I could cover the whole of social media when it comes to products. So I was told you will use the products. There are over 100 products in my range in particular. Do I use them all? No. Do I like them all? No, I'd be lying to you if I said I love every single product within our range. If I said that now, you'd roll your eyes and be like, here she goes. But I don't. Ask me what I don't like, I'll tell you what I don't like. Ask me what I love, I'll tell you what I love. Crazy hair. You know, so you use the products and just basically become your own best customer. And that was the bite for me back in 2014 when I got started. I was a skeptical PT. I took a look at the products. I really was wowed by the products. I took a look, and I don't mind saying this because I wanted to go back to my mate Lisa and say, they're no good. Those products, nah. You know, I wanted to be that skeptical PT. And I couldn't find fault. So I thought, well, hang on, if I just get started to use the products, I'll get discount. And Lisa was like, well, yeah, you will get quite a big discount to start off with. I'll just join for the discount then. Did exactly that. Then what happened was I started to have really good results. So I started to use the products and I started to share the benefits because, you know, straight away people could see the results I was having. So I started to share the benefits, share what I was using, and then began just telling people what it was naturally. You know, so then people would say, well, what skincare are you using? Because people who've known me prior to doing this business know that my skin used to be really bad. And look at that, right on cue today, I had a big spot come out on my head, never mind. But I used to have horrendous skin. And that would have been one of the points where I wouldn't have gone live. I wouldn't have had pictures taken, you know, 15 years ago. So when people start to notice a difference, people ask questions, started to share the products, which then naturally then started to create a customer base. And again, the products aren't for everybody, can't be. You know, if they were for everybody, then everybody would be doing the business. It's the same as the business. If it was for everybody, everybody would be doing it. I've got total respect for that. But if I don't use the products, I can't talk about them. And if I don't share the benefits, then you won't get the benefits from them either. So that is my job. And then, of course, the third thing, super simple, I help others do exactly the same. So I help people, help people use the products, help people get started and show them how simple it is to get the products cheaper. And then if they want to then start to share the products with others, I will help them do the same with that, provide full training and support, completely handheld. And if they want to earn, you know, £200 a month, £50 a month, £100, it doesn't matter. I will help them do that by putting a plan in place, giving them all the tips, the training, the advice, and they can just run with it. If they decide then that they want to do the same and help others, then that's totally cool. And the great thing with this business is there's no goals. There's no there is goals within personal goals, but there's no, this is where you need to be at. There's no targets, there's no pressure, there's no minimums, there's no maximums, there's nothing. You know, if you just simply registered your business to buy products at wholesale, like I did at the beginning, that's fine. If you then decide to do nothing, that's fine. If you decide to go and be the number one person in the whole of the company, then that's fine, you know, and I'll definitely be the one at the front, like waving you across the stage when you get that recognition. So it's all about, you know, helping others and just cheering each other on. I've just seen Sam's put competition with you and Lisa always, everything. There is always competition, but healthy competition. And I think you've always got to have that competitive edge. I am super competitive as well. Thanks, Leah. I've highlighted it now, haven't it, everyone? So, you know, I get sometimes as well, people say to me, so go back then now, so 7 years on, when people say I can't do what you do, I'm doing nothing different to what I did at the beginning 7 years ago. What I was told to do is what I am doing now. I'm just doing it with more confidence. I'm doing it over the last 7 years. I have grown as a person. I've read, I God knows how many books. I never had time to read before, and self-development just wasn't key for me because it wasn't really something I felt I had time for. I was just busy, hustle, just work, and didn't really work on myself. So I've worked on myself. I've stopped being an overthinker. Don't overthink anything anymore. I have stopped thinking and worrying, I should say. Stop worrying about what others think. That was key for me and key in my business. So when people say I couldn't do what you do, that's 7 years of development as a person. That's 7 years of growth. That's 7 years of really working on myself, and I'm still doing it now. And I'm not saying I'm not nervous going live now. Of course I'm nervous. I'm opening up to the whole of social media, but I just think people worry too much about what other people think, and there'll be people that logged in this live and be like, not listening to them. That's fine. That doesn't offend me, that doesn't upset me. There'll be people that have probably defriended me over the years. That's fine. If they don't want to be my friend, I'm totally all right with that. 8 or 9 years ago, I'd have been really upset, really offended that somebody had unfriended me or said something nasty about me. Now I just think you can't be a people pleaser. You can't please everybody. If you try, for those people that spend all of the time trying to make other people happy, they just make themselves unhappy in the meantime. So I am who I am. I am to the point. I just say it as it is. I hopefully come across all right, and I'm just natural, and I am very honest, and that is just me. Hence, like my live last week, some people messaged me after like, wow, you literally told us loads. I'm like, I don't care. We're human. So, and I'm digressing a little bit, so I wrote some notes to keep me on track because I love to talk, as you all know. So for those people that maybe feel that they are always trying to please people, always trying to say the right thing, do the right thing, maybe don't want to start a side business, people name this like a side hustle, because they're worried about what other people will think. You get that a lot. I'm really worried about what other people think. Like, oh, somebody will, my friends might not speak to me, or this, that and the other. I'm like, wow, if my friend said to me they was going to start a business tomorrow doing something completely different, as a friend, I would support them. I would never knock somebody down. I would never take that away from them. So if you feel you've got a friend that would do that, you probably have to question if they're actually a friend. So it might be that you're sat there thinking, I just wish I had the confidence to do it. I didn't have confidence when I started my business. It might be you think, I'm just worried about what other people will think. I'll tell you now, don't let other people get in your way of any business. And this isn't me directing you to come and get started with me as a business. This is just you in general. Don't let other people get in the way, because other people don't pay your bills. Other people don't help you achieve things. Other people don't give you that time back with your family. Other people don't pay into your pension or help you achieve those goals. So don't let them get in the way of it. It holds people back, and I see it all the time. I see that people have got so much potential, but they're so worried about what other people will think. And I get a lot of people saying, everybody's doing network marketing now. And when people say that to me, they say it in a negative way, but I react positively, like, thank God, brilliant. Because network marketing, let me tell you, in the last 12 months has proved it is one of the strongest industries out there. Myself and my friends, not just within my company, within other network marketing companies will agree, we are the industry that has kept going throughout a global pandemic. We have still been helping people use the products, share the products. Recruitment has gone through the roof because people have needed that side hustle. They've needed to earn that extra money to top up the furlough. They've needed that extra money while they've been on reduced hours. They've needed that extra full-time income when they've been made redundant from the jobs that they've been in 10, 15, 20 years that they thought were secure. So there's no job security, if you like, out there at the moment or at any time, but self-employment people used to see as a risk. I think how when you are your own boss, it's a risk if you're a lazy sod, and being your own boss can go the opposite way, because what, some days I might think I'll have the day off today, and then if I moan that I didn't receive the results, then it's only me that I can moan to. That's the only downside of being self-employed for people that do get started and think they can take over the world but haven't got the work ethic to match it. So if people say everybody's doing network marketing, be excited. Be excited that you're looking at the opportunity of coming into an industry that lots of people are coming into, because, it is an industry that is growing, that is developing more people week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, helping more people become financially stable, secure, For lots of people that, like, you know, who get started, it is just that extra 200 quid a month makes a massive difference. It's £2,500 a year, isn't it? It might just be that you fit this in around the commitments you've got, your job, your life, your kids, your hobbies. But by the end of the year, you've earned enough money to take the family on holiday, you know? So don't see it as I have to leave my job, I have to do this, I have to do that. Some people leave the job. I decided to leave my job, but that's because it was right for me. It might not be right for you. And when people say as well, it does make me laugh. I've had this twice actually in the last couple of days. You need to be in it at the start. Really interesting, because the company that I'm with actually started 10 years before I was born. Right? And you can't start the business till you are 18. So that means I was 28 years behind the start. And I didn't start when I was 18. I was in my 20s. So I'm successful with my business. I've been successful, you know, throughout. I have qualified for all the incentives. I've done everything that, you know, the company has to offer. I've achieved some amazing things. And that's not me bragging. That's me showing that I didn't have to be in it when I was like -10. You know, it's not being in it at the beginning. There's no right time or wrong time. There's when the timing is right for you. And it is as simple as that. Let me just check. I did say there's a few questions as well. Sam saying just like her and Kate, they're super competitive. I love that. I will catch up on all your questions. They went mental. I think my phone froze, so they've all gone mental. But Leah said that she has a few unfriends and unfollows, and Leah's got her business. I interviewed her a couple of weeks ago, so you can scroll back and watch our live. But that's just life, isn't it? That's just life. We cannot please everybody. You know, and when it comes to what we do as an industry and recommendation, and this just isn't me, this isn't just my products, this is everything out there. What blows my mind is you will see people, you know, I've got friends sharing gym wear like Leah, you've got my cousin who interviewed a couple of weeks ago with her crystals, you've got makeup, I've got friends that sell perfume, I've got my health and wellness business, everything, you name it. And that is what is flooding social media. That is what lots of people are promoting, they're working on that business, they're working on the goals, they're working on earning that extra income for the family, working really hard, and then people knock them down. And I've seen probably in the last couple of months quite a few posts of people complaining, fed up of people posting about soap and perfume and this, that and the other. But then they're the type of people that share on social media the celebrities endorsing products, you know, the competitions, and it just blows my mind. And I think, wow, you know, you've got friends on your platform that you are not supporting local businesses, yet you're quite happy to, and I won't name any celebrities, but you know, you're quite happy to share Joe Bloggs celebrities competition post 57 times on your Instagram because they'll recognise you out of 5 million followers, you know, or you will share their clothing range, or you will share their new affiliation, or you'll share an influencer with something. And I just think it's crazy. So if you are one of them people, this isn't me having a pop, this is me just maybe saying, maybe just have a little think about how much more of an impact it would have if you were to support the smaller businesses, the more local businesses, your friends, your family, as opposed to a celebrity that really doesn't need any more advertisement and endorsements and affiliations and, you know, anything that they've got going on. Because I know, you know, you can purchase, got it right in front of me, a £3 lip balm from me, and I'll be like, God, you know, somebody's bought something from me. Or you could buy hundreds of pounds worth of products. You could get started with me in business and I could help you earn the extra income. It doesn't matter. I get that really excited butterflies feeling every single time somebody buys a product, somebody uses a product, somebody loves a product, reviews a product, shares my live, comments on my live, drops me a message. You know, it means a lot to local businesses. Now, I'm not being funny, but those celebrities will not do a little dance every time somebody shares their Insta story, will not do a little pot every time somebody tags 3 friends in the post and comments and shares and puts it on the story, and then one lucky person will win this. You know, they're not bothered. The big chains, the supermarkets, they're not bothered. You know, the big high street brands, they're not bothered. They don't have somebody at the end of the line doing a little dance because they're really excited. So maybe think about that if you are that person that isn't as supportive with more local businesses and does promote the bigger businesses. And if you are that person that is thinking about getting started with your business, hopefully all this in mind will give you that confidence. Think, you know what, I'm not going to let anybody get in my way, and I'm going to give it a go. I am going to give it a go, because there's got to be more to life than this. It might be that you think, I just need a bit of extra money. It might be that you just want to work on yourself more. You want to be part of a community, a team. It might be because within our team, we can't wait to see each other again. You know, business aside, we all just are excited to have a countdown to go out and see each other again, get back onto our global travel, just have a glass of wine with each other. That's what we're excited about. Might be you want to be a part of something. It might be that you do want to take over the world and earn a ridiculous amount of income. You know, whatever it may be, then don't be afraid. Don't think you need to have bucket loads of confidence, of skill and knowledge, because, you know what, 7 years ago you wouldn't have even got me even considering talking to anybody on Facebook. Just know that if you get started now, your life will look a lot different in 7 years' time if you're prepared to get to work. So, you know, if you are thinking, well, you know, I still want to know a little bit more about what you do, Em, drop me a message. Drop me a message, and I'm just trying to read them comments. Drop me a message and I can just share some more information with you. I can just drop you the little video to watch. I can ring you. I can go through it with you. I can voice note you to death. Tell me how you want me to share some info with you, whatever suits you, and I can do. It might be you think, I don't really think it's for me, but I'm intrigued and I just want to be nosy and have a look. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'd rather you be intrigued, have a look, and it not be for you, than sit there and think, what is it that she still does? I don't actually know. And if it's a no, that's fine. Like I said earlier, this business that I do can't be for everybody. If it was, it wouldn't work, you know? So if it's a no, that's fine. Even if you still want to take a look, feel free to drop me a message, because it might not be for you, but it might be for somebody that you know. Or what I've noticed more recently, it might not be for you now, but circumstances change. If somebody had have said to us all 13 months ago what the next 13 months would have entailed, we'd have laughed. If somebody had said to me in February last year, you know, you've got 3 more weeks and then your husband's going to be at home for about 5 months, the weather's going to be stunning for the first 3 months of it, you're not going to be able to go anywhere apart from Tesco's, the world's going to be, I'd have laughed. You know, so we just don't know, do we? So circumstances change all the time. People's jobs change, people's commitments change, family life changes, you know, so don't be afraid. And I've just seen, seen the post, yeah, and that's it, isn't it? And I used to see those posts, Sam, and I'd want the ground to swallow me up. I'd be like, oh, they're my friends and they're posting that now. I will comment on the post and be like, come on, you know, it's about supporting each other. It's about picking each other up. It's about supporting other businesses and working together. And it's a really bad trait to have, knocking down other businesses. We grow as people, whether it doesn't matter what industry and what business you're in, we grow when we work together and we work, you know, locally. You know, if you have got, I don't know, barbers. I'm going to use barbers as an example. Anybody drove past a barber's in the last 2 days that's not got a queue going a mile up the road? You know, barbers will be all working together to make sure that, you know, the community spirit is better and they're not competing. Hairdressers, salons, everybody on the high street that's open, all the shop, work together. Don't work against each other, because those that do try and battle it out and work against each other and have got the moaning mills, it doesn't last, you know, and it's really not a great trait to have at all. No, you're right. Did you have a camera on me when I placed my last order? Oh, I don't know, Annie. I don't know what you mean by that. I must have missed that, what you've said. So I hope that has helped. That is my words of wisdom tonight on my Tuesday night live. And hopefully I've not offended anybody, because that is not the purpose of my live. Hopefully I'm bringing value to you. And it was just because, like, somebody asked me if I was a midwife. I'm like, whoa, like maybe I should talk about what I do. And if there is anything you think, you know what, I'd love you to talk about this, or I'd love you to interview me. I'm a local business owner. I'm a small business owner. And you would want to jump on 15, 20 minutes, 20, whatever, and talk about your business and share, and you want me to ask you some questions, message me. because I'm not going anywhere and I'm going to jump on every Tuesday night, same time, every week, 8:30. So give me a shout. So hopefully that has helped. I hope you all have a fantastic week. It is my birthday tomorrow, so I am like a kid now. I'm like 9 o'clock. You know when you like try and play it cool, like, yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh, my birthday tomorrow. Not doing anything glamorous. I'm going for a run in the morning. And then I said I might try and battle Primark. I'm going to be one of those people that tries and battles Primark just because I've missed having a little Primark haul for me and Skylar. So hope you all have a fantastic week. Any questions, as always, give me a shout. I'm going to go back on the comments because I missed loads and I'll reply back to you. And if you have got anything, just give me a shout. Have a good week and I'll see you all soon.